Hey there, extraordinary thinkers. Lee Trevathan here. I get some strange questions. I'm going to address it just because it's kind of an important thing, and I know there's a lot of people today that are worried about what I'm going to talk about. So before I do that, go down, hit the subscribe button, and there will be a bunch of links down below. You can get freebies from me there, all kinds of cool stuff. So, just go ahead and do that and hit the little bell, little notification bell. I don't know which side it's on, somewhere down there. Hit the little notification. So we do a video a week, sometimes more. That way you'll get notified. The only time we don't do that is when I have to take a break for some particular personal reason, something I got to do or something like that. So anyway, so the question was, in lieu of all the stuff that's going on politically, do I think that the United States democracy is going to survive this hit? This has nothing to do with politics at all. Politics is just sort of the byproduct, if you will. So as far as the actual product, I don't think it has anything to do with that. For me, it has to do with mental health. And so again, I'm being blunt. I'm being blunt lately. I don't know what that is. I guess it's my age. I don't know. But I'm being very blunt. Maybe I'm just fed up. Could be that too. But I think what's important to say is we've been through some pretty rough times as a nation. I mean, in this country, we've made some huge mistakes. I mean, massive mistakes. We took, land away from the Indians. What right did we have to do that? We really didn't, but we did it. Not me, but our government. We segregated blacks and whites. Huh? We allowed people to be slaves at one point. We had a civil war over it and everything. The way I want to address this from a mental health perspective, the question was, will our democracy survive this hit? Do I think it will? I think it can. I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't say if it will. I think what we have is we have now a United States society. I'm sure we're not the only ones that are having this issue, but we are clearly having this issue where people don't know right from wrong anymore. People don't know truth from lies anymore. People don't know country over party anymore. Lots of decisions are being made that are pretty hard to justify. You all know we had the attack on our Capitol. Could you ever imagine that could happen in the United States of America? Wow. But a lot of us saw things coming. We knew, for instance, that things were going to get bad. 4 or 5 years ago, we knew that. And we sort of rang the alarm and nobody cared. The Alex Jones people and all that of the world were more powerful than us. So they got the megaphone out and they hit it hard. So now we have people that believe in things that are incredibly, outrageously untrue, and yet they can't see it. They can't see how insane it is, the things they're believing. They can't see it because they're so conditioned and so brainwashed. That's a mental health issue. That's not a political issue. That's a mental health issue. And we have, Proud Boys and KKK people and all those kind of people that are sort of flooding our system. And isn't it strange? We fought against Hitler. We fought against the Nazis, and now we have Nazis in power in our government that were elected by the people. I mean, I'm telling you, it's wild. So until we can somehow brace ourselves, pull ourselves back, and get a grip, we really are in trouble. We really are. And it's no joke. This could go very badly for the United States of America. We used to be the bright light. We had the big ideas. We had the ability to impart that wisdom to other countries. We can't say that anymore. We can't do that so much anymore. There is a little bit of relief because now we have a more stable group of people kind of in charge. And I don't say that in any kind of a mean way. I'm just saying, as far as mental health goes, these things are important. And so we do have a little bit better chance. However, some of the people that attempted to overthrow our own government are still in office. They're still there. And until that is somehow shifted, you know, we're not going to get onto any kind of a level, you know, playing field. So can we survive this? We have some really severely mentally ill people out there that are believing in some pretty crazy stuff, and they have power, and they are recruiting, you know, like crazy. I am glad that I'm not one of the people that they can recruit, because I just kind of go, are you kidding me? No way, dude. You know, it's like, I'm not buying it. So I would hope that what we could do as a nation is find the unity that's needed, but there's a wrong idea out there, so to speak, about what unity is. What unity isn't is that we say, what you did was wrong, but oh, you know, there's no consequences. Yeah, don't worry about it, let's just move on. That's not unity. And that doesn't help anyone, because we are a country governed by laws. So if you break the law, you should have to pay a price for that. And no one is above the law. What we're seeing now is there's people in power that truly do believe they're above the law. And no one is. No one is. So I do think we have a really humongous task ahead. And I do believe that we have a rough situation when it comes to the mental health of our country. As long as we have a level of hate that supports KKK, Proud Boys, and there's other ones, some of these Q people and all this stuff, you know, we're not going to be well as a country. We're not going to be overall, you know, there's not going to be overall wellness. Not that there ever can actually be that 100% across the board, but, you know, balance is important, facts are important, truth is important, logic is important. All of these things that we're dealing with, and so many people are calling politics, are not really politics at all. Politics are just the sort of secondary part of it, but it's mental health that's at the base. So until we fix the mental health better and people kind of wake up, we're going to be in trouble. Now, will we be able to maintain our democracy? It's anybody's guess. For every day that there's people who are attempting to rebuild our democracy and strengthen it, there are people out there recruiting others to tear it down and telling horrific lies that people are just buying like that. And it's sad to see that, but we have to keep in mind that democracy is always very fragile. I know there's people who think I, you know, shouldn't say anything. And there were people who have always believed that everyone should just be quiet and let things happen. But that's why things happen, because people don't speak up. That's why bad things happen to good people, because people don't speak up. There's even a question over the last year or so, you know, is what we're seeing really about hate? It is. And if you just turn a blind eye to hate, you are actually not helping anything. We will always have hate, just like we will always have love. We live in a world of opposites, so we're always going to have them. But we always have choice as well. So me, I don't turn a blind eye to the hate that I see. I call it out. I know that it's real, and I do what I can to make a positive impact. So will we be able to maintain our democracy in the United States? I don't know. Most of us don't know, but we're sure going to give it a chance. So I love this country. I am very sad to see what's happening to it. I never could have imagined in my life that it could happen like this. I never could have dreamed that we would one day, you know, have the problems that we have, that we would one day see an attempted coup by our own people. I mean, by our own people. Our own people. Yes. That is just shocking to me. But it shouldn't be. Because, you know, we've had racial issues in this country for the longest time, and they just seem to never get solved. And it's definitely a part of it. And, you know, if you have hate in your heart for someone because they're a different color or a different creed than you, that's hate. Whether you want to say, oh, well, it's just I don't like them or whatever, okay. So for me, you know, ordinary thinking is just so dysfunctional. And right now, you know, we're just seeing so much ordinary thinking. And we can rise above it. So as some of you know, I said in one of my recent videos that I'm doing a course that will highlight the 20 different elements of extraordinary thinking and the 20 different elements of ordinary thinking to compare them so people can make choices. So I am working on that. There's choices to be made in your life. So if you're on social media and you're seeing this hate stuff go around, please don't participate in it. Just please don't. And if you see people saying things that you know are just big friggin' lies, and you're trying to address those people, they can't hear you. They cannot hear you. They are conditioned. They can't hear what you're saying. They can't understand what you're saying. They can't believe what you're saying. So it's just not worth your time. You're better off to just do what you can to, you know, lift people up. So that's my slant on that. If you have not gotten the most recent book that will help you understand what extraordinary thinking is all about, I'm going to put the link down below, but there it is. And if you have any questions about it, you can certainly leave a comment below and let me know what those questions are, and I'll answer it. So, I tried to make this really short. I don't know how well I did. But will we survive this? I don't know. But hey, you know, democracy has always been very fragile. You know, it's a good deal if you can keep it. And we've done pretty well. But there's always going to be people who want to destroy it, and there's always going to be corruption. So for us personally as people, we just have to do our best to be our best, to add positive things into our society and to our government, and take a positive stand that is the opposite of those that take a negative, hurtful, demented stand, I guess you would say. So, till next time, Leitra Vathan. See you then. Bye.